In a civil rights case, many people don't realize that by the time the case goes to trial, or even by the time the case is ready for settlement, there is something that lawyers have to do, and that is taking a deposition. In my experience, most of my clients that I represent have never had their deposition taken. And it's a weird thing. They bring you to the lawyer's office. In a room, there's a court reporter. There are these batteries of lawyers sitting on the table, and you're sort of on a hot seat. And they ask you questions. And those questions can go back to when you were in high school. They talk about your parents. They talk about your wives. They talk about your girlfriend. They talk about your life. They ask you a question about your medical history. If you have a criminal past, they talk about all of these things, but for what you were there for. To talk about your experience with the police officer. It's called a deposition. And my clients, if they are not prepared, people, if they're not prepared well, that is where they lost. They usually lose their cases. The loss of the case is during the deposition process. So this is what you do. I prepare my clients very, very well for the deposition. And just for everyone out there, before you go to a deposition, make sure you meet with your lawyer for preparation. It is important that you don't get emotional. Crying, that doesn't make your case. Being angry with the lawyer asking the question, that doesn't help you. Answer the question calmly. Answer what you've been asked. Don't suggest things. And realize that whatever you say is going to be taken down into the transcript and later used in the case. So what do? The most important thing you want to do in a deposition is control your emotion. That's rule number one. Number two, don't think you want to outsmart the lawyer asking the questions. The lawyer probably knows the answers to whatever questions he or she is asking you. So you tell the truth. Rule number three, don't go into the deposition unprepared. Review every detail of the case. Who were there with you? Whatever they may have said, you want to know so. Review your own history. From the time you became an adult, where were you? Where did you live? Your employment? Why you left the employment if you did? If you've been hospitalized for any major event that might affect the case, you want to know those cases. Review those medical records so that any comments that are negative, you would be able to put it in positive light during your deposition. If you give a good deposition, if you are able to recall facts clearly and able to present them clearly, then the lawyer taking the deposition is going to wonder that you will possibly be a good witness come trial. That increases the value of your case. Because now you're not just a scatterbrain. You recall things, and it helps your credibility during trial. That's how you give a good deposition.